Hey, what's up guys, it's Renaldo here. So this video is going to focus on our Deputy President David Mabuzas. Now, he said some outlandish stuff when he was questioned in Parliament over the last couple of days. One of the things that stood out was with regards to load shedding and electricity. Now, I'm going to play this video for you now, and I will give commentary after that.
This economy is growing, and therefore we are bound to have challenges. These challenges are very positive because they propel our growth. Now, the shortage of electricity is a sign of growth. If you remember, it's a sign of growth. It's a sign of growth. Yesterday, electricity was only given to a few people. And today, electricity is given to millions of people. And it's a sign of growth.
Okay, so first things first, I want you to note something very important. This guy is one heart attack away from being the president of South Africa. So one heart attack away from us going back to the Jacob Zuma era. Not that the Cyril Ramaphosa era is any better, but we know how bad the Jacob Zuma era is. Because if you come out and try and defend load shedding in such a way by saying that it's economic growth, when South Africans know that the economy is growing at 0.7%, and you want to come and tell us that the reason that we've got stage 4 load shedding in this country is because of economic growth, then you know that you're talking bullshit. Because there's a big difference between being optimistic and blatantly lying to people. But this is the norm within the ANC. The ANC considers it normal to blatantly bullshit and lie to its electorate. I also find it highly problematic that the ANC can't admit that they screwed up. They can't admit that the reason that load shedding is taking place and that they can't keep the power on is because of an SOE that's been absolutely run into the ground through corruption and through catered deployment. The fact that they can't acknowledge that is problematic. The fact that the Guptas through Jacob Zuma got billions through a coal deal which they didn't deliver on is another issue. So the reason that the lights might be on this week is because I'm pretty sure that the ANC has supplied so much diesel for Eskom so it can in essence keep the lights on up until the elections. Because if these rolling blackouts and load shedding keep on occurring before the election, it's going to cost the ANC dearly. So would the ANC rather spend hundreds of millions on buying diesel when coal is obviously cheaper just to keep the lights on to secure votes? Of course that's what they'll do. Because we'll only find out that they in actual fact bought diesel, which is a lot more expensive than coal, after the elections. Another interesting thing that occurred was when somebody asked him to explain the 4th Industrial Revolution. Now, I'm not going to go into details. You can just YouTube or Google that and watch that video on your own. But I think it's really interesting to note that if you had to ask David Mabuzas to explain what the 1st, 2nd or 3rd Industrial Revolution was, I'm pretty sure he won't be able to answer you. We know that the first one was steam, the second one was electricity, etc. But if you had to ask him that question, I'm sure that he won't be able to answer you. And this is the Deputy President of this country. So to end off this video, I just want to make it crystal clear that you understand that we are one heart attack away from going back into an ANC that was exactly the same as Jacob Zuma's ANC. Because even though we've got a new president in Cyril Ramaphosa that has brought on this new dawn that is quickly turning into a very quick sunset, the people below Cyril Ramaphosa is exactly the same ANC that gave us Jacob Zuma. And you can see this with David Mabuzas. Tell me he does not remind you of Jacob Zuma. Everybody within the ANC is exactly the same rotten individuals that formed part of the Zuma administration. They just try to spit and polish somebody new and put them at the top and say, hey, the entire ANC changed, when we all know that that's not the case. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. If you enjoy my content, then please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is in the description below. Also, please be sure to drop a comment and smash that like button. Let's see if we can get 1,150 likes on this video. And that will represent that David Mabuzas is an absolute idiot. Also, please be sure to subscribe, and if you are subscribed, hit that bell icon so that you can be notified of my future uploads. Lastly, please be sure to share this video with your friends and family, because that's literally the only way my message gets out there. Till later, cheers and peace out.